Hey guys, welcome back. I haven't posted in 6 months. But we're gonna do a little updated ribbon wall because I have been like completely unmotivated recently, and I really haven't had any content to make unless you wanted to hear about my exams, which I doubt anyone wants to hear about my exams. So, the last time my ribbon wall wasn't really a wall, it was just my headboard. And I'll show you guys where we stopped in my video 2 years ago and how many more ribbons I have since then. So, this is what the ribbon wall looks like. And I actually need to stand up. My camera quality is crappy. So this is what the ribbon wall looks like now. I need a new string on. And last time we stopped at this ribbon here and one of my reserves. So instead of taking everything down and not remembering what order it's in, we're gonna go off the wall. So this is the show directly after I made that video. So this was December on Selena. This was a walk trot ribbon, NFF, December 19th of 2021. Trying to remember if I won. No, I won because she started trotting before I asked her to, and I flipped out. Didn't do the canter run, which I'm kind of glad I didn't, because this horse is a shit horse to try to canter. I think she's retired now. But yeah, it was a mess. These two ribbons are on Latte and on February 27th at NFF. So this in walk trot, this in walk trot canter. I was supposed to ride, I think, Otis, the horse that I won reserve on in that show, and ultimately I ended up swapping with another rider who was scared to get on Latte because he had a little habit of doing crow hops, little bucks, and she was really nervous, and I ended up on him. He did do a little crow hop. Wasn't horrible. I have ridden him since. He's so good. I love this horse. This is my walk trot canter round ribbon. I don't think I jumped him at this show. No, I didn't. Alright. Moving on. These two are from my first invitationals. I've been to 2 so far. So these were on Selena. This is my walk trot round. Selena on March 20th. I've started doing these kind of differently. This is my walk trot canter. I said earlier that this horse is a pain in the ass to canter. I don't think I cantered the whole time at all, actually. I think there were 5 people in the class, or maybe someone just fell off or something. I don't quite remember. Anyway, moving on. 3 fakie ribbons from my last summer doing camp. So this guy is on Dove on the 16th, and I think we just got ribbons. We didn't actually get awards, but I did shove this in my bag, so it's a little crumpled. This guy is on Tug, July 1st of 2022. It's supposed to represent a second. It's a 4th place ribbon that they cut. Still don't know why they did that. Just get one of these guys. Way people who recognize don't go saying, oh, I got a 2nd place to represent a 5th place and you got a 6th. I don't do that, but like, I recognize what color the ribbons are. I've been showing. I know. And then this guy, which also represents a 2nd. This is actually a 2nd. Also on Tug on July 15th, 2022. I've definitely started doing my ribbons a little differently though. Alright, moving into my 8th grade school year. I have like the light right in my face right now. Maybe I do take some of these off. I'll go string by string. Or actually section by section because it's all one string. I do actually know what order these go in though, so. This guy is from my first, oh, ew, okay. my first show of my 8th grade year, which is actually a clinic. It's folded, whatever. On Rafiki, he was drenched in sweat. This was September 18th of 2022. He was drenched in sweat by the time I got to him. Like, so much so that I was like, is there any way I can, like, switch horses? He was slow. There's a lot of, like, my coach yelling at me to, like, kick him and get my leg on his ass. But whatever. And then my canter ribbon, I didn't jump him. He was really tired, and at that point, I was like, I just want to get him inside and under a fan and cooled out, and it was bad. Basically, we had to stop because someone's girth came loose, and, this is why you check your girths, people. Yeah, someone's girth came loose, and she fell off, and so we had to stop and then start again, and he was done. Moving on, this was a few days later, October 8th of 2022, Princess at Meadowbrook, for my walk trot round. She was such a good girl. I found out who I was riding, like, the day before. So, that one was a bit interesting, but yeah, got on, rode, she did it, she did really well. It's a hunter class. She is, like, the fucking queen of the hunter world. Like, I prefer Eck because a lot of the horses that I ride aren't great movers. So it's way easier to be judged on how you ride than how they go. I've already been talking for 7 minutes. Jesus Christ. Second ribbon from that show. Walk trot canter. Also Prin. And then my pulse course, which I trotted. She go. If they had given out champion reserve, which they didn't, and I'm still mad about, I would have been reserve champion. Nope. They decided they weren't going to do that for this show and left me hanging. And then the next MBS show I competed in, I was doing hunter on a horse with not as great movement. You know what? This was easier standing up. And I placed lower. So, alright. Getting back into the school year. So, Road Rocket on October 16th. He a quick boy. So I was a little discombobulated. This was equitation. I did not jump him. But here's 5th place in walk trot. I'm trying to keep this short, by the way. And 4th place in walk trot canter. I think this was my... No, it wasn't. It was my first non-invitational 4th place ribbon. But I do have every single place. Except for 7th. I do own 8th place ribbons, though. Right, this was from December. I had a freak out in November about something. I don't know. Maybe it just didn't compete. But this was December of 2022. I had Lady. So, 5th. I did score really well on Lady in the past. 5th again. For walk trot canter. And then 4th for jumping. The reason I scored lower this time is because she was lame and they made me compete. They were like, you cannot scratch. And I wasn't pushing. Like, at that point, I was pushing the lightest I possibly could. I was just like, I just want, like, the slowest fucking trot and canter you can possibly imagine out of you, and we'll be fine. The next show was February 19th on Latte. So here's my 2nd place ribbon in my walk trot. Honestly, my 8th grade year was kind of crappy. And then this is, I think, jumping. Yeah, I didn't place in the canter and got 5th in the jumping. And then going in to back to my barn shows. Actually, 2 of the next 3 are from my June barn show on Tug. So here is my walk trot 3rd place. my walk track canter place. Again, not a beautiful mover. So obviously didn't do as well. He also got his leads like really weird. And my third over pulse. About to say over fence, but that's different. Alright, and then my most recent school year. So this was my clinic in September 17th on Otis. This is my walk trot. We're running out of space on here, by the way. My walk trot canter. This is the one that I edited 6 months ago. And my jumping. And my reserve. My second reserve on that horse. Then my November show, or my October show, didn't go as well. Doc. So I got a 5th place in walk trot. No, in walk trot canter. Yeah, walk trot canter. He's really slow, so I do take off points for that. And my 5th place in jumping. He jumps really nicely, and he is like 30 fucking years old. And probably shouldn't be jumping. Okay, first IEA show ever. Madeira, 3rd place on Jack. Back to inner school. Rafiki, or not Rafiki, Rocket on November 19th. Walk trot. I only want to walk trot ribbon because he wouldn't stop in my canter class. I did lose my stirrup, and at that point he was being super rambunctious, standing in line, and with the canter we decided it would be best for me to not jump him. So second IEA ribbon, another 3rd place. This was on Star Meadowbrook on January 14th. And y'all might think that's it, but it's not, because I ran out of space on the ribbon wall. And so I have a whole damn pile of ribbons under my bed because I need more space for them. And I need to start putting these like in boxes. I actually don't know when any of these are from. That's our latest show. That's... What was the last one I gave you? I didn't score in February. I do have January ribbons, though. It's March. It's February. We'll figure it out. That's also February. That was recent. This was the recent. We're figuring it out. It's January. That's January. And then I have a couple of... Okay. Now that I know where I am. Didn't score anything in December because my horse had like a panic session, and then I had a panic session. So here's my January show. This is my walk trot ribbon with Mr. Otis. And then my walk trot canter ribbon with him. I was disqualified from my jumping round. Still managed to win this bad boy. I've ridden Otis 3 times, and all 3 times have resulted in reserve champion ribbons because he's a fucking rock star. Anyway. Which one is February next? I'm not stupid. Walk trot for February on Mr. Doc. He's the horse I won 2 bits on. Walk trot canter for February for Mr. Doc. And jumping February for Mr. Doc. I'm just gonna toss these, and I will fix them later. And reserve champion with Mr. Doc. Honestly, we were going so great. It was awesome. March, I was back on Rocket. I freaked out in my walk trot canter round because he had been super rambunctious the last time, and I just got nervous and got off. And a week after that, had one of the best rides I have ever had, according to my trainer. So let's go. And this is my invitationals. These are 8th place because they were up to 8. And so Grace, she started cantering on me, and in the walk trot round, my other for her water canner. I decided not to jump because she had also been super rambunctious. And then my latest show on Tug. So this was my flat class ribbon. 5th place. My position was crappy. It was an ec class, thank God, but my position was like shit. So here's my combo class ribbon. Tag did so good. I can post an edit of that, maybe, eventually. Probably not. It's on my Instagram. I can put that in the description if you want to see. And then my overfence, which is actually overfence this time. So 4th, my position is shitty over fences as well. So I will put my Instagram in the description if you want to see videos of that show. And I have some stuff of Otis and Doc up there as well. So have a nice day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. And I will see you next time I decide that posting something is worth it. Bye.